This lesson is on the for statement, or for loop, as I call it. And for loops are used usually when you can know before you begin an iteration of code in a looping statement, when you know how many times you want to do the loop, or it can be determined right in the loop statement itself how many times. You're not waiting for a user answer like quit or some condition to be discovered in a file that you're reading a line from. So in this case, what we do in the for is the syntax of it basically is the word for, and then you specify just a variable that's going to be used to hold the counter. Now, unlike the book, I'm doing a little trick here. They use just I. You could use anything. You could put a word there like counter. It's traditional often to just use something simple like I or N, like for just a counter. But if you have a large program and you're searching for a counter and you use like that, it's hard to look just for I. If you do a find I, you're going to find a lot of different words that have I in them. So I'm in the habit many times of just repeating it, just saying for I. So that's a variable. Okay, now if I want it to go 5 times through the loop, I say in, that's a keyword, and then I give it a range. When you just put one number in the range part of the for loop, it basically starts with I being equal to 0, and every time it goes through an iteration, it bumps it up by 1 by default. So the first time through it's 0, second time it's 1, third time. So the last time in, it'll be 4 because it's going to do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 as its 5 iterations. So even though 5 is how many times I'm going to do it, we won't ever see 5 here. Now I did something here. I just said this is a team, like say I had 5 members of a basketball team. So each iteration of the loop prompts you for a team member, puts it in a variable called member, and here I'm going to concatenate some things together. I'm going to append strings. So what I'm looking for here is output. Before the loop I defaulted to be an empty string, just 2 double quotes. So I say output equals to output, which is empty the first time through, and then I make a string out of the I range, so which is 0 to start. The for loop just does that for us. And so I have to turn it into a string, and then I add it to a period, space, and then the number, because I want a numbered list of members. And then I put the go to new line. So what's happening here, since I do this over and over again, is it's appending or concatenating all the different team members into one string, and then at the very end I print that string, the output string. Now the members will print on their own line because at the end of this output string I put a new line, a symbol that advances a new line when I print it. So let's run this, or actually I'm starting to run it, so I'll put in some team members. Say Bob, Jane, Steve, Tom, John. Okay, so it says Bob, Jane, Steve, Tom. That's good. But, you know, it's not very practicable to number things by 0. So there's a little trick you can do with the range, is you can say the beginning number you start with, I'm going to put 1 to 5. So that means start with 1 and go through to 5. But watch this carefully. It's not going to do quite what we think. So I'm going to run it again. Okay, there we go. It's coming up. So now let's do that. So team members again. Bob, Jane, Steve, Tom. Oh, I wanted to enter a 5th one, but it didn't do it. Because this 5 represents not that we're going to do a 5. It represents the outer limit of the range. So really, it stops at 4. So if I really want to do 5, I have to put 6 there to do that. So you got to remember that's really an outer range. So when it gets to 6, it says, "No, I'm done." Just like so before, when it said 5, it said, "No, I'm not even going to do 5. That's my outer limit. I'm done." So if I really want to enter 5 team members, now I make it 1 through 6, and we should be allowed to do this. So come up. I'll try it again. Bob, Jane, Steve. I can't spell my own name. Steve. Actually, I can spell it. I just can't type it. Tom. And George this time. Who knows why. Now I get 5 and I get 1 through 5. So that's how you do that. So let me pull in a different file here. And we'll show you one other Little trick of the trade. And I think it's this one. Right, this is a very simple loop. This is just to show you a little bit more about the range. It's going to start with 2. So if I want to do 2, 4, 6, 8, like I was doing a football chair, 2, 4, 6, 8. So it looks like I would probably say 2, 8, and then I'm going to bounce up by 2. This is the incrementer, so it's going to do 2 each time. Of course, this isn't going to work for the reasons I said before with the limits of it, so I'm running it now, and we don't input anything, so it just says, drum roll please, there it is, 2, 4, 6, because 8 is not the end, it's the outer limit. So if I really want to see the 8, I just have to put 9 one past where it was, run it again, and I should, I think, see the 8 here. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. And there we go, 2, 4, 6, 8. And then we're out of range once we get to 9 and we don't do the print.